Click the links for Odysee, Bit Chute, or to support the channel or join the other channel, the links below. So the tyranny in Australia is really off the hook. I bet you guys are glad you gave up those Liberty devices, aren't you? Oh, we trust our government so much. Why on earth would you trust your government? Trust your God and trust your tribe, maybe, but dear Lord, don't trust your... Why did I sound so serious all of a sudden? I don't know. I'm not trying to be pretentious, but don't trust your government, ever, ever. Or the media. God, what a vile den of snakes and vermin the government and the media are. Just hogs, war pigs, hogs feeding at a trough of human misery. War pigs crawling while they send your kids off to die, if you remember the J6. Crawling as if a bunch of unarmed boomers were a threat to them, while they send your kids off to die in wars for Israel. That's insane. Anyway, so I'll pronounce his name Djokovic. I don't know the correct pronunciation. Australian police and the tyranny. They tear gas an angry crowd of tennis supporters. They pepper sprayed a mob of supporters of tennis champion Novak, I'll say that, on Monday evening in Melbourne after the crowd began blocking car traffic and staying on the vehicle they thought carried him. The uproar took place outside his attorney's office. As we reported earlier, he was freed from Australia detention on Monday by a judge who ruled the government had made a mistake canceling his visa. He's planning on staying in Australia to try and compete in a tennis game where he'll be angling to get his 21st Grand Slam title, which would put him ahead of some other tennis player. Nobody cares about tennis. What's going on in Australia is really a signal to the rest of the world. Do you want to rule your own nation, or do you want to be ruled by petty tyrants? First of all, you're going to need a Bill of Rights. You're going to need a First and Second Amendment, and on all the other amendments. Fourth and fifth, for sure. Though the idea of the whole European world, wherever Europeans are found, they're going to need to take a look at in what direction they want to go in. Do you want to be a slave to tyrants, or do you want to take back the countries for the future of your offspring? So he tried to enter the country last week to start practicing. Border agents detained him and forced him to a migrant detention concentration camp. Well, the Australian government tried to slander him as a public health threat. But, there are people coming in across different countries all over the place, and it's only some people who get extra strict scrutiny while others are just overlooked. Something about slowing the spread of the Wu flu. Be very careful there. Some have speculated that his detention was due to the fact that the exemption was given because he had been sick earlier. Well, now he's got some ways to fight it off, I suppose. The Australian government doesn't want to appear to give legitimacy to the notion that natural infection breeds immunity, even though natural infection is... you can read that for yourself. The YouTube algorithm is so... I look at stuff dealing with Wu flu, and I was like, there's almost no point in covering it on YouTube because the thing is so... the censorship is so strict. Anyway, so... congratulations to him, and I hope he does well in tennis, and I hope Australians and Europeans and Americans everywhere take their countries back. Why be a slave? Anyway, like, comment, subscribe, and see you guys all next episode.